welcome inside what will be a ruckus Camosun College on the beautiful campus of Camosun College here in the gymnasium in Victoria. It is the men's semifinal between the number 1 Camosun Chargers, the number 5 Okanagan College Coyotes. My name is Ryan Waters beside Nick Ellsworth, who has some tips of the game. Nick, why don't you send those in?
Thank you, Ryan. So the keys of the game tonight for Camosun. You are the number 1 seed, but can you defend the bigs? That's Phil Holmes, number 11 on Okanagan. It's going to be trouble, whether you put Tyler Sinasol on him, whether Jacob Newfield comes off the bench, or if you try to size up height and put David Finch on him. Whereas for Okanagan, it's stay out of foul trouble. They played a game last night against Langara where a lot of their players got into foul trouble quite early. It caused them to use a lot of bench players. But another key is they have a deep roster. A lot of bench players can get points for them, and that's going to be a very exciting game thing to watch tonight.
We'll see if those keys come through. This is Noah Steingart who makes a steal here for Okanagan, and he'll send the ball over. In the corner it was Brown. Now this is Phil Holmes Jr. Here's Inder Dole. Boy, he was good last night. 8 3-pointers. Early on, he went 4 for 4. Good defense there. This Camosun Charger team is stacked. They have the player of the year, the rookie of the year, the coach of the year. There's the rookie right there. That is Thomas Beams. The headband. Here's Belton from downtown. No good. Back up over the backboard. And Dole will bring it back into the offensive side. He had 29 points yesterday against Langara in that barn burner. 98-87 was the final over the 4th-seeded Falcons. Holmes Jr. cross court. Brown from inside the arc misses. And that will be tapped out. And it will go back to the College Coyotes with 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Well, they'll reset it to 14. So a little extra time for Okanagan. A very pro-Charger crowd here. Of course, we're in Camosun. And why not? It should be packed of Camosun Charger fans. There's Steingart. Steingart will have it stolen. Good job defensively by the Chargers. They've been terrific. They are the top-rated defense in the PACWEST. They swing it quickly. Here's Beams. Beams wants to drive. Beams gets inside, gets the hoop and the harm. Oakland Cowell will be hit with the foul as Beams gets the first bucket of this semifinal. Beams, who scored over 18 points a game during the regular season, shot 43%. He gets the Chargers' first hoop. First time in school history that the Chargers are the number 1 seed heading into the postseason. They were 11-1 right here on this home court. Some confusion, I guess, to see what the referees call here, but it's a pretty blatant foul underneath the hoop as Beams got the bucket. Chargers have won 9 straight coming into the postseason. The Coyotes weren't supposed to win yesterday either, so they don't mind playing the underdog card. 3-0 as Beams finishes off the traditional 3-point play. Here's Dole. Dole, the Chargers got to watch him, especially from the outside. He just throws it away. Cormac Brown now. Cormac Brown will lay it in. Brown in his 5th and final season. This is a veteran-laced Charger group as well. Here's Dole. Inder Dole, the rookie, who's part of the all-rookie team. Down to Holmes Jr., the first-team All-Star. That one tapped away. Look at that Charger defense, so good. There's a baseline jumper, no good. And Brown will collect the rebound. And Belton, now Finch. This is the player of the year in the PACWEST. David Finch gives it here to Belton. Belton will drive, tries to get it underneath, and it will be tapped away by the Coyotes. Tyler Sinasol, a second-year guy out of Victoria. He's drawn the short stick and has to guard Phil Holmes Jr., at least early on. Then, as you mentioned, it might be defense by committee for the Chargers on the big men. There's Phil Holmes Jr. with the rebound. Brown will bring it up. Hand it here to Dole. Dole beams right in his back pocket. Not a lot of room to shoot for Dole. He had some room last night, and he made the Falcons pay. Chargers learned from that. On the baseline, there's Holmes Jr. Can't get the jumper. The Coyotes still haven't got a point in the semifinal. They came out flying yesterday in the first quarter. And an offensive foul. Substitutions early for both teams. As Devin Featherston will come in. Sinosol was hit with the foul. He is quickly removed from the ballgame. So Featherston, who won a PACWEST title with the Capilano Blues last year, he transfers over here to Camosun. And Dalt will find the new Coyote, who has come into the ballgame. Dole gets it back. Dole will launch a three. It's an air ball. Holmes Jr. will throw it over off Featherston. The new Coyote is Anton Drasdo as he's come off the bench. There's Brown. Brown had a good game last night, and he gets the Coyotes' first hoop. Brown last night had 10 points. A rookie out of Kelowna. Pardon me, out of Kamloops. Now, how I get that mistake, right? That's like a Nanaimo Victoria mistake. Brown from downtown. Not quite Cormie's corner, but that is a rebound by David Finch. Owen Jones is also checked in the game for Camosun. There's more like it. Cormie's corner. As Cormac Brown connects from three, and it's 8-2. Here's Dole. Dole will hand it here to Cowell. Cowell crosses over to Drasdo. Sends it down, Phil Holmes Jr. working on Featherston. His jumper no good, and it's knocked away by Finch. Finch has got Beams with him. Finch will go all the way to the hoop, but can't get the foul call or the hoop. Drasdo will clear the rebound. Gets it up here to Brown. Inside, Holmes Jr. can't get it to go. Tried a quick shot, and just maybe too quick as he misses that one.
And this is what you like to see out of that Camosun defense early. They're getting a lot of steals, a couple of them from Cole Belton, their primary defender, and they're moving the ball quick. They're finding Cormac in the corner for that three-pointer. They're giving the ball to David Finch, letting him do his work, player of the year. Things are looking good for Camosun off the start.
Porter checks in for Okanagan. And I can see why. This is the conference's best defense. They are quick to the ball, and they like to swarm. Here's Finch. Now Owen Jones, the former Falcon, I believe. Here's Beams. Hands it here to Brown. Brown wants to get inside. Brown kicks it out to Finch. And a foul before the shot. Let's see what the call is from the official who is whistled for the infraction. It's Brandon Porter, who just came into the ball game. Fifth-year guy out of Kelowna. 13 points yesterday in that victory over Langara. Finch. They send it to Brown. Brown's deadly from the corner. Misses that one. Gets his own rebound as it's tapped away. Jones right back to Brown. Brown, that one tapped away. Featherston will clean it up and drop it in. Fifth-year kid out of Arizona. Like I said, a PACWEST goal around his neck last year with Capilano. There's Porter. He's dangerous from the three-point line. Porter wants to drive. Nice crossover there by Porter, then tried to get it inside and threw it away. Good defense by Featherston. Beams. Beams going with the old school headband as he has all season. That one rejected by Holmes Jr.
It's an interesting look. The headband, the double wristbands, but it's working out for him. Rookie of the year.
That's like a 1980s basketball player right there.
He wore that on retro night here at Camosun, and I thought that it was just a one-time thing, but no, he's rocking with it in the playoffs.
He hasn't taken it off since retro night. Inside to Finch. The Coyotes didn't seem like they were ready. Finch got it very quickly from Beams. Heads up basketball by the Chargers, and a foul on Drasdo. That's his first. The team's fourth. So the Chargers will be shooting the rest of the way. Already lead 10-2, make it 11-2. Finch doesn't even touch the rim on that particular shot. Chargers shooting 33% early. The Coyotes just 12%, 1 of 8. And Finch will miss that one. Tracked down by the Chargers, saved by Brom. He's got to get back into the ballgame. Brom, the trailer. Now Holmes Jr. And he'll lose it out of bounds. A Bunn, pardon me, not Braun. Bunn. Ty Bunn, he's out of West Kelowna. Belton checks in as Beams in his retro look will have a seat. Here's David Finch. Finch, the player of the year, over 16 points a game, shot 40%, but he means so much to this ball club. They move the ball, Owen Jones. And he traveled. Good defense there by Steingart. 3:36 to go, opening quarter. It's been all Chargers thus far. And Dole will come back in for Okanagan. As Porter will get it to him. Some light pressure by Belton. And Dole skips over into the offensive zone. Cowell now, back to Porter. Porter will hand it here to Dole. Here's Holmes Jr. Had a lane briefly. Featherston then closes it, but Holmes able to get it to go. The fourth-year guy out of Chicago. Finch. This is Bunn. Now back to Finch. Finch using his pivot foot nicely. Kicks it out, but Porter with the interception. They kick it to Dole. Dole, open look. Just missed it. The most open Dole's been so far. Hit 8 3-pointers yesterday. Try to get one here. Misses his first opportunity. Bunn with Porter on him. Gets it to Finch. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Featherston trying to work on Holmes Jr. Good defense by the big man for the Coyotes. And back the other way comes Okanagan in the corner. Steingart, no. And Featherston with his one black shoe, one white shoe will clear the rebound.
I wonder if he bought two different shoes.
Well, I'm wondering that too. Or you got two of the same, but obviously different colors.
Yeah.
But every shoe fits differently, which is, it's fascinating to see him with two different shoes. Or maybe they made him like that. I don't know. My knowledge of style had went out the window quite a few years ago, Nick. I just wear what my partner tells me to wear. Thank you, Megan.
Shout out, Megan.
Featherston misses the first one. His second one is nothing but net. Before he even went in, Featherston was headed to the bench as he knew he was being lifted for Jacob Neufeld, who checks in. Coyotes will make a change as well, as Brown will come back in for Okanagan. Noah gets it into Porter. Porter will bring it across the line. Hand it here to Steingart. Steingart's a player that really needs to heat up for the Coyotes. They've done a lot of passing underneath the Holmes Jr. And then Dole hits one for three. Dole gets his first. 12-7 the score. Coyotes have cut it now. Here's Finch. Finch gets it to Belton. There's Neufeld, just checked into the game, lost the handle, gets it back as he was in a ball battle there with Brown. There's a three from Finch. The Coyotes trying to weather this storm, all the excitement and exhilaration on the Chargers side, and they've kept this crowd in it. The Coyotes just trying to hang with them. Down by 8. Holmes Jr. will work inside the blocks. His shot is going to fall, and the harm, which will quiet the crowd.
And that's what you like to see out of Camosun, too. Out of Okanagan, sorry, my bad. This crowd, quite loud, quite into it. It's good to just get those points, get those and one calls, quiet the game down, try to get it to your pace going against this tough defense of Camosun.
3 new Chargers back in the ballgame as Brown, Beams, and one other player checked in. And Sue who checked in. And the fans doing the worm there. It's a pretty good form on that worm.
That was.
Owen Jones, there he is. Jones, he's checked back in as well. This is Brown. Brown will drive, have it knocked away. Jones, a long three attempt, no good. Featherston fighting for that rebound, but Porter will clean up the loose ball. Porter at the top. Brandon Porter, the only fifth-year player for Okanagan in their team history. That shot, that's a tough one, and the Chargers clear. Beams, Steingart on him. Beams gets inside. Nice little shovel pass to Belton, kicks it back out to Brown for three, no good, back of the iron, and Steingart will clear the long rebound. Here's Dole. About a second differential between game clock and shot clock. Dole will just let that clock tick down. 15-9 the score here in the first quarter. Dole will get it to Holmes Jr. He had Porter underneath, nobody saw him. Steingart no good from three. And that will do it for the first period of this men's semifinal. His charges early, the Coyotes somewhat weathered the storm. 15-9 after the first quarter. You're watching the 2026 PACWEST Basketball Championship. To the second quarter we go of this men's semifinal. Chargers in front 15-9. During that first quarter they shot 31%. The Coyotes just 26%. Okanagan 1 of 6 from downtown, unlike they were yesterday. They have found it a little bit more tricky to find open shots. Have the Coyotes, at least early on here. Dole was the only man to knock down a three in that first quarter. Camosun, though, has been playing excellent defense. And Holmes Jr., however, drops that one in. 6 points to lead all scorers. He got into a bit of foul trouble yesterday. If he can stay out of that category, it'll be good news for the Coyotes. Here's Jones. Jones wants to drive, kicks it back out. Brown for three, no good. And it goes off of Holmes Jr. and out of bounds.
And in that game yesterday, Okanagan played Langara. They had quite a big lead until Holmes got into foul trouble, and then you saw Langara coming back a bit.
Yeah, Coyotes took their foot off the gas as Brown misses that one. Beams with the offensive rebound, and then a hip check by Steingart. And he'll be hit with a foul. 2 fouls early on team-wise for the Coyotes. That's the second also on Steingart. He's a player that the Coyotes need to keep in the lineup. Brown will check back in. Credit to the Falcons yesterday, though. They did not go away. They had a tremendous fourth quarter.
They did.
They just couldn't quite claw themselves all the way out of the hole that they dug. That's Belton, pardon me, from downtown, the fifth-year senior from here in Victoria. Dole trying to get it to Holmes Jr. Here's Brown. Now he gets it down to Phil. Holmes Jr. in that key, kicks it back out. Dole from downtown, no good. Porter tried to tap it out. He does. Went off a Charger into Holmes' hand, and then a big, tough hoop by Brown. And the harm, he'll go to the free throw line. The Chargers' first team foul. And substitutions as Finch comes back into the ballgame. Brown will go to the free throw line. Aiden Walsh also in the game for the first time, fourth-year guy to Courtney. And there's the worm again. I don't know if you can see that on your screen, but that's a heck of a worm. Doesn't seem to bother Brown as he knocks that one down. My back hurts after watching that. The lead is cut to 4. Walsh gets it over here to Beams. Beams. Nobody picks him up. Now Dahl will jump out at him. Tough hoop by Beams. Somehow get the shot away and then even got it to fall. Terrific job by Thomas Beams, a rookie from right here in Victoria. Brown inside again to Holmes Jr. Clearly the Coyotes are making the effort to go down low to Holmes as he misses that one. Finch. Here's Beams. Inside Featherston. His jumper and hits nothing. And back come the Coyotes. Here's Dole on the right side. The Beams were all over him. Dole between the circles. Now he'll dribble to the left side. Looking to pick up the screen. Dole gets inside. Nobody there for the Coyotes. Dole misses the shot. Cleared by Finch, and he's tripped up by Brown. And Brown looking around like, is it me? Yeah, that was a pretty clear trip. Coming back to the ball game is Sinosel. Second-year guy from right here in Victoria. I like that Victoria, or Camosun has a lot of Victoria natives on their lineup. 8 in total I have on my roster. Here's Beams in the corner. Beams working on Cowell. Tried to get it inside. Deflects to Walsh. The shot by Finch. He got it. With time winding down the shot clock, David Finch from downtown. Brown trying to answer. Kicks it back out to Cowell. Now Dole. Beams all over him. Back inside to Holmes Jr. Holmes Jr. is fouled. Non-shooting foul, so it'll be Coyote basketball. Sinosel gets hit with a foul. That's his second, and he will quickly depart. Featherston got a quick drink, and now he's back into the ball game. DJ Burke has come in for Okanagan. All gets it here to Holmes Jr. on the baseline, 10 on the shot clock. Holmes Jr. tries to drive down that baseline, kick it back out to Burke, now in the corner. Steingart has a player fly by. His three-point attempt no good. Steingart's back in as well. I think he's got 2 fouls to Steingart. (23-14). Chargers have led pretty much the entire game. Beams doing a lot of dribbling there with only 8 on the shot clock now. Beams now will pick up his dribble, throw it to Featherston inside. Tough hoop by the veteran. Nice pass by Beams as well. That one popped away. Cormac Brown to make the steal. Brown will head all the way down and lay it in with the left. And a timeout called by the Coyotes with 5:55 remaining in the first half. The Chargers starting to pull away. It's 27-14. You're watching the 2026 PACWEST Basketball Championship. coming out of the timeout in this second quarter. Chargers in front, 27-14. Currently, Chargers shooting 36%. They're 4 of 12 from the three-point arch. The Coyotes shooting just 28%. Looking at the leading scorers, Finch leads everybody with 7 points. Cormac Brown has 5, as does Beams. For the Coyotes, Holmes Jr. has 6, and Brown has 5. Here's Burke on the left wing. Down to Holmes Jr. Tries to get inside the key, loses the handle. Good defense again by the Chargers. Beams will hand it here to Finch. Finch right to the hoop, can't get it to go. Try to follow up. Ball is loose, to be picked up by Brown. Now Burke. Coyotes want to run, they have numbers. Dole inside, but stolen by Cormac Brown, who came back for help defense.
And Aiden Walsh, number 13 on Camosun, looks hurt right now, grabbing that shoulder. Here he is for a 3. Might be affecting his game.
Suddenly, if that went in, suddenly the shoulder feels a lot better.
Yes.
He is in a lot of discomfort. He's going to come out of the ball game. As Jones will come in. Cowell will check in for Okanagan as well. Timeout by the Chargers with the score 27-14. We'll stay right here for this one. There's a score on the bottom of your screen there. But the winner of this game is going to face the VIU Mariners. I'm not sure if the Mariners are in attendance or if they're watching at home right now. But clearly they know the Chargers very well, as they just played a doubleheader against them a couple of weeks ago. Of course, island rivals. If it's Okanagan, it's been a while since the Mariners have seen the Coyotes. The Mariners are the hosts of the CCAA National Championship this year, and since they have also qualified for the PACWEST gold medal game, the winner of this game will get a berth in the National Championship tournament as well. Nice to see the PACWEST having 2 berths, not only on the men's side of the bracket, but the women's side as well. We know VIU and Douglas will be heading to Quebec for the Women's National Championship, happening in Montreal at Dawson College. We just need to know who's the conference champion and who is the wild card. The men's gold medal match goes tomorrow at 8 o'clock. The bronze, where the Capilano Blues are waiting, will happen at 3 o'clock tomorrow. So the winner plays VIU, the loser plays Capilano. Speaking of Capilano, the former Blue, Featherston tried a backhanded shot. It didn't fall for him. The Coyotes have possession. Here's Cowell with it. And a Holmes Jr. Holmes Jr. with the left hand. Nice shot there by Holmes Jr. That'll give him 8 in the ball game. Clearly the offense running through him right now. Here's Finch. David Featherston will lay it in. Great look by Finch. And Featherston an easy lay-in. 29-16. Cowell. Get it to Brown, now inside. Holmes Jr. Quick turnaround and the harm. Oh, Holmes Jr., who averages 16 points during the regular season, he's got 10 already here in the first half. So Holmes Jr. trying for a traditional three-point play. His free throw, no good. No worm either this time.
Upsetting to see. I was ready for it.
Right? Exactly. Here's Jones. Gets it back to Beams. Nice play by Brown to get inside, but some quick hands by Dole to slap that one away. The rookie on the veteran there. By the way, that foul was on Featherston of the Chargers. Belton will come back into the ball game. Brown will sit down. Finch will get it into Beams. Inside, Featherston working on Holmes Jr. Featherston! He got Holmes to commit by the pump fake and got him on the body. Nice play by Featherston. Good patience under the hoop there. And that's the second on Holmes Jr.
And that's what you like to see out of these Camosun bigs. Try to get Holmes into foul trouble early. This is going to help you in the fourth quarter if things end up getting close.
Coach Dino Gini electing to keep Holmes Jr. in the ball game, even though he has 2 fouls. Featherston, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. The 30th point for the Chargers with 4:05 remaining in the opening half. Steingart will bring the ball up, gives it to Cowell. Cowell, better make a move, finally does. Down low now. Holmes Jr., 10 on the shot clock, kicks it back out. Cowell for 3, no, just grazed the front rim. Beams right back the other way. Coyotes struggling from behind the arc. They're 1 of 8 right now. That shot missed, tapped around by Featherston, picked up by Porter. And Porter will bring the ball up. Porter, a Kelowna kid, gives it here to Cowell in the corner. Steingart off Holmes Jr. and out of bounds. Substitutions. Neufeld will check back in for the Chargers. Jones will have a seat. 3:21 to go opening half. The final of 4 semifinal games here this afternoon and into the evening here at Camosun. Chargers administration has done a terrific job in hosting this championship tournament. Here's Finch, takes a bump from Porter. No matter, Finch will knock it in. And the Chargers continue their onslaught here, 32-18. Cowell on the left wing. Look at Neufeld, good job defensively underneath the hoop on Holmes Jr. Good battle underneath with 10 on the shot clock. Holmes Jr. has it now on Neufeld. He'll drive, kicks it back out. They move the ball around to the Coyotes. They need to get a shot away. Cowell weasels his way in there and drops it in. Nice play by Oakland Cowell. Belton for 3, no. And Holmes Jr. with another rebound. That's his 4th. Dole will get it to Holmes Jr., get it right back. Dole gets inside, puts on the brakes, back to Holmes Jr. Awkward looking shot by Holmes Jr. And he misses. Beams collects the rebound, here he comes. Beams, cross court, Jones. Jones will get it here to Neufeld with that one leg sleeve. Neufeld, now to Finch. Finch on the baseline. Finch being harassed there by Cowell. Ball on the floor, Porter grabs it. It's a jump ball and possession to the Coyotes. So with 1:58 to go, Coyotes will have the ball with Cormac Brown checking back in. Jones will have a seat. And now a timeout is called by Okanagan. We'll take a timeout as well. 32-20, Chargers with the lead. You're watching the 2026 PACWEST Basketball Championship. Excellent song selection by the DJ here today. This is my house, Charger faithful. Yeah, that makes sense. Being very nice though with the lyrics. Welcome to my house. I don't think the Chargers are welcoming the Coyotes. They just want to knock them out of here.
Get them in, get them out, send them back home.
Steingart trying to get the ball, and he does to Dole. So under 2 minutes to play, second quarter. Chargers out front right now by 12. Holmes Jr. at the high post, hanging on to it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Brown. Brown will get it to Cowell. Cowell inside and gets the harm. Nice play by Cowell. Pretty patient as he'll just come into your screen now. Foul on Finch and gets the nice roll. Cuts the lead to 10, see if he can get it down to 9 with his free throw.
They got a Peloton going on back there.
They do have a Peloton. The free throw misses. Don't be surprised if you see the Peloton again. That's good creativity down there.
It is.
Hope we can see that on the broadcast. We'll check it out next time. There's a free throw down there. Here's Finch. Finch working on Steingart. Finch to the hole and lays it in. Looks too easy for David Finch sometimes. Tough hoop, but he made it look without an issue. Holmes Jr., oh, they're going to call a charge. I don't know. Neufeld takes the charge, and that'll be the third on Holmes Jr. with 1:08 remaining in the first half. Neufeld set his feet, and maybe a bit of an acting job too. Holmes Jr. is strong, but I don't know if he's that strong to knock him that far backwards. Good crowd on hand here at Pisey. I hope fans return tomorrow regardless of what game the Chargers are in, if they're in that bronze at 3 o'clock or if they're a gold medal game against the Mariners at 8 o'clock tomorrow. But we'll get going with the medal game starting tomorrow at 12:30. It's the women's bronze medal match. CBC Bearcats and the Capilano Blues. Then it'll be the men's bronze at 3 o'clock. Capilano versus one of these teams. Then the women's gold at 5:30. VIU and Douglas in that game. And then the men's goal will wrap up the PACWEST play and the schedule tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, VIU against one of these two teams for gold. So Holmes Jr. is out of the ball game with just over a minute to play. He's got 3 fouls. And we'll see how the Coyotes adjust to that because all the offense went through him. Now 1 minute to play, second quarter. Chargers with the ball and a big lead. Inside Neufeld. Neufeld can't get that one to go. A little too far into the hoop. Good defense by the Coyotes. Back to the other reporter. Cowell sets his feet from downtown. No good. And the Chargers have the rebound. That's David Finch. Finch will bring the ball up. Steingart on him. Finch trying to get it to Cormac Brown, who's in the corner, but he traveled. Being harassed by 2 or 3 Coyotes. Couldn't quite get the pass off. Let's see if the the Coyotes hustle the ball down the floor with in a 2-for-1 situation. Doesn't look like they're going to offer it that. Just looking at the game clock and the shot clock. Here's Steingart. Steingart with a nice move. Can't get it to drop. A rebound to the Coyotes to Dole in the corner. Now Steingart puts on the brakes. Back to Dole. 5 on the shot clock. His jumper no good. And the Chargers clear. They got 7 seconds to work with. Beams will kick it to Finch. Wide open look for 3. He got it. And that's how this first half will end, on a David Finch 3-point shot to give the Chargers a 37-22 lead here at halftime. Much to the joyous crowd here at Camosun. So we'll step aside, take a break for halftime. Back with first half stats and the second half of this men's semifinal. It's coming up next from the 2026 PACWEST Basketball Championship. Big run here. It could be all she wrote. Holmes Jr. can't get that one to go, and a rebound by Brown. Beams. Here's Cormac Brown. Over 1,000 points in his career. He surpassed that earlier this regular season, did Cormac Brown. Finch tries to get inside, loses the handle, and cleared by the Coyotes. Dole. Dole, a couple of nifty moves. Gets somehow to the hoop, and with the left hand, lays it off the window. Great job by Dole. Keep in mind, he's a rookie. Oh, Brown runs into the other Brown. And it'll be Kilo Brown. That's his second. First team foul here in the third quarter. The ever popular Brown versus Brown matchup. And here's Beams. This is Cormac on the Chargers. Cormac Brown working on the other Brown, and Cormac doesn't get that one to fall. And Phil Holmes Jr. with another rebound. Here's Dole. Over to Brown. Brown has Belton fly by, and he'll send it in. That's Steingart, pardon me. Nice job by Steingart to get the defender up and past him by. Beams trying to answer. Beams gets hit with the body. Was that Dole underneath? That's his first, second team foul early on here.
Thomas at the line, shooting 2.
And Beams to the free throw line. So for the Chargers, of 4 of 7 from the free throw line, make it 5 of 8. Coyotes have only been to the line 4 times. Beams, his second free throw is good as well. So 39-26. Here's Dole again. Dole so fast with the basketball. His three-point attempt, no good, hit the bottom of the backboard. That will be picked up by Cowell, and his foot gets lodged underneath the Charger player, and he'll be hit with the foul. Sinosol, that'll be a third. He'll come out of the game, and David Featherstone will check back in. His mom is in attendance as well. She came up during halftime and said there's lots of family watching in from Arizona, so hello to the Featherstone family. Thanks for tuning in on this Friday night. Maybe you can tell us why David has 2 different shoes on. Steingart. Here's Holmes Jr. His jumper is no good. It bounces over the backboard. Beams saves it to Finch, and here comes the player of the year. Finch sends it across to Beams. They get it in the corner. Cormac Brown. Cormac Brown wants to drive his scoop shot. He's hoping for body contact. Didn't get the call from the referee as he misses that shot. Kyrie's back the other way. Cowell thought about a 3. Now sends it to Holmes Jr. Inside to Brown. Lays it in. Good looking pass by Holmes Jr. And K.O. Brown will just knock it home. Lead is 11 now for the Chargers. Cormac Brown will add to that with a 3-pointer, his second of the evening. 42-28, 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Dole directing traffic, getting Steingart to move over. They want to go down low to Brown. Brown working on Beams. Brown lowers the shoulder, can't get that one to go, and it's off a Charger. Beams got a big smile on his face as he took an elbow and a shoulder. Stood his ground. Owen Jones will check in for Camosun. Belton will depart. Porter will come in for Okanagan, and Brown will have a breather. Dole into the corner. This is Cowell. Cowell, his high arcing shot no good, and Finch with the rebound. Now Beams on the other side. Beams gets it inside Featherston. Working on Holmes Jr. Pretty looking hook shot there by Featherston. And it circles the rim and drops 44-28. Long three-point attempt. Steingart can't get it to fall. Beams clears the board. That's not a shot that Coyotes want to take at this standpoint of the game. Got to utilize Holmes Jr. while he's underneath. Beams! Great job to get to the hoop and lay it in. And the lead is growing for the Chargers. Coyotes desperately need a bucket here. Trying to get it to Holmes Jr. That pass picked off by Finch, tapped to Brown, and Beams controls. That defense is just so good. These Coyotes passes aren't very crisp either. That one in and out. It was in the hoop, in the rim, and then bounced out. Dole now inside. Holmes Jr. He's double teamed, kicked out to Cowell. His three attempt, no good. That one punched out by Steingart. Saved by Cowell. Steingart wide open look for three in the corner. Can't get it to fall. Brown gets it over here to Beams. They're 1 of 13 are the Coyotes from the three-point arc. Their struggles continue. There's a three-point opportunity for the Chargers. That one missed. That was Owen Jones' attempt. Porter brings it back the other way. Cowell gets it here to Holmes Jr. Gives it to Dole. Dole's jumper is good.
And this is what Okanagan needs right now. Other members than Holmes getting points on the board, helping him out. It's good to see.
Beams will drive on Dole, and Dole will hammer him and go to the free throw line. It'll be third, I believe, on Dole. Make that his second. Second team foul as well for the Coyotes. And to the line will be Beams. Beams sitting on 9 points right now. His first free throw is good. Now he's got 10. Third team foul, pardon me. Charged the Coyotes. I thought they had 2, but that's 3 now. And that one is good by Beams as well. So 2 for 2 from the line. Beams now with 10 points to match Featherston and Brown. Make that 11 points for Beams. In the corner, that's Porter, but he stepped on the out-of-bounds line. There's Jake Wilmot, the coach of the Chargers, done a fabulous job. Still got the interim title. I would imagine the job is his if he wants it following this season, as he's led the Chargers to their first ever #1 seed. Former player Jake Wilmot. And a traveling call with Brum trying to be a little overzealous. Of course, Wilmot also the coach of the year here in the PACWEST. 19-5 during the regular season with the Chargers, and they're in control of this semifinal right now, up by 18. Cowell gets it here to Drowsdale. In tight for Holmes Jr. He'll lay it off the glass and get the harm.
Oh, here we go.
Here is it going to be the Pentalon?
Oh, it's the Dragon Boat.
It's the Dragon Boat. See if Holmes Jr. can block that out with his free throw. Nicely done. And it works. That's the Chargers women's team, I believe, or some of the members of the women's team. The creativity on a high here on a Friday night. Finch will get it over to Jones. His three, no good. Long rebound collected here by Cowell. Now Porter. Well, there's a stop the Coyotes need. See if they can take advantage. Porter bringing the ball up. Beams all over him. Porter loses the handle. There's a lot of physicality there. And it was Bunn, I believe, that reached in. And he'll be whistled for the foul. That is the third on Featherston. That's his third, the team's third as well. I thought it was maybe Bunn coming across on some help defense. Here's Steingart. Steingart will get the ball to Drowsdale. Now to Porter. In tight. for Holmes Jr. Nice move by Holmes Jr. as Neufeld fell down trying to take a charge. It worked earlier tonight, didn't work there. Finch loses the handle. Steingart will try to take it away, and then Pelton takes it away. In tight for Jones, his shot no good. Holmes Jr. and a foul against the Chargers. Holmes Jr. with a big clap in his hands as well. He's happy about that. He's working hard underneath the hoop. I'm not sure what that call is from the official. Regardless, it's against the Chargers, not necessarily a player. Because there was no call, I don't think. There was no call on the foul, was it?
I don't think so. These Camosun fans not happy about the call, but play continues.
Well, they put up on the clock the Neufeld foul, so maybe it's on Neufeld, fourth Charger foul. He's working on Phil Holmes Jr. here, grabbing his jersey. Holmes Jr., and that will drop. There's a couple of different charges that could be whistled for that one. They're absolutely harassing Holmes Jr. They'll call it on Neufeld. That's his third, the team's fifth. And Holmes Jr. has to take a second to tuck his jersey back in after it was removed from his shorts by the defense of the Chargers. And there's some the running man, I guess. That was missed by Holmes Jr., much to the delight of the crowd at the end. But an offensive rebound. This one, Steingart drives baseline and will lay it in. And suddenly the lead is just 10. The Coyotes have had a couple stops defensively and have taken advantage on the other end. Finch, little jumper. Too easy for Finch. And the lead's back up to 12. Porter will bring the ball up slowly. Porter will drive, goes high off the window, gets it to fall. Brandon Porter gets inside and cuts the lead back down to 10, has an opportunity to make it 9 with his free throw. And we'll see what the folks on the end line come up with this time. As a couple of Coyotes will come in. Dole will come in, Brown will come in as well for Okanagan. As Cowell and Drasdo will go have a seat. And now Cormac Brown will check in for Camosun. And Bunn will have a seat. That foul was on Finch, by the way. That's his second. 2:13. The Coyotes are in the bonus, so they'll be shooting the rest of the way. Porter's free throw is good. Good to see Aiden Walsh back in the ballgame. He left early with a shoulder injury. What a apparent shoulder injury, I guess. Seems to be okay now. He's back in the ballgame. This is Finch. Finch wants to drive, loses the handle because he was fouled. And it was Porter that got him. As you can see, Porter trying to play catch up and then hammers him with his left arm. So Finch to the free throw line. His free throw is good. Finch now 17 points in the ball game. The Chargers 8 of 11 from the free throw line. Second free throw is no good. A rare miss for David Finch. Now 9 of 12 from the charity stripe. Here's Dole. Dole belted on him, picks up a big screen from Holmes Jr. into the corner, and another Coyote touched the out-of-bounds line. That's at least 3 in this ball game. 2 in the same spot. Porter was called earlier. And now Cowell will come in. As Steingart will have a seat with 1:51 to go. The lead's still 10 for Camosun.
Okanagan opting to full court press here, trying to get a comeback building in this last minutes of the third quarter. Is it going to pay off?
We'll see. They've trapped Brown here. He gets it to Walsh. Now to Finch. Finch tries to get inside, picks up his dribble, gets it to Walsh. Walsh, nice little spin move, doesn't get it to fall. And Holmes Jr. clears the board, his 11th rebound. So he's right on his season average, 16 points and now 11 rebounds. Obviously been the focal point here tonight. Porter gets it to Coward. They go to inside again. Working hard is Holmes Jr. Can't get that one to fall. Gets his own rebound. Will find Porter. Dole from three. No good off the back iron. And that one bounced around, and finally Finch will control. Finch will blow by Porter. Porter doing all he can to stay with Finch, the player of the year. Holmes Jr. will jump out at him. Underneath, Walsh was ready for it. Walsh was all alone under the hoop when Brown tried to fire a pass to him, and Walsh just watched it go by. 49 seconds to go. The substitutions, Beams will come in. Finch will have a seat. See if the Chargers add a little pressure. Not much. Dole brings it across. Dole with Walsh on him. Three-point attempt by Steingart misses. That one batted around. Dole will collect it. 10 on the shot clock for Dole. Dole, nice spin move there, but Belton right in his back pocket. Cowell to the hoop, and he'll draw the harm. Good tough drive by Oakland Cowell.
Oh, they're
Owen
setting
Jones.
something up down here.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, it's the Peloton.
This is the Peloton. They better start pedaling now. It takes a little bit of time to warm up that Peloton.
There it is.
It's pretty impressive. And the free throw is no good by Cowell. So I would imagine the Peloton, I thought it was going to stay, but, there they go. They got to redevelop it. Cowell's second free throw is no good either.
Good.
But an offensive rebound by Steingart. Jake Wilmot, the coach of the Chargers, went, come on, as he puts his palms to the air. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Dole. Dole will drive, step back, jumper, no good, little too strong, but another offensive rebound, this one by Brown, 7 seconds to go. Porter will drive and lay it in. Good job by Brandon Porter. And Beams will just throw up a prayer, doesn't get it, and this should be a very entertaining fourth quarter. 51-43, the lead is just 8. We'll step aside, be back with the final frame. You're watching the 2026 PACWEST Basketball Championship.
Victoria moves in so many ways. The Pacific pulls us in to roam its hidden alleyways, shift our perspectives, and savor every moment. Let yourself be moved.
We head to the fourth quarter of this men's semifinal. The Chargers and the Coyotes. Boy, things have flipped around here a little bit, haven't they? The Coyotes outscored the Chargers 21-14 in that third quarter. They're now shooting 38%. The Chargers shooting 37%. The big discrepancy, though, is from downtown. The Coyotes are 1 of 17. That's it, where they were so good last night. We'll see if they can cut the lead here. In the corner, that three-point attempt is another air ball. Boy, the Coyotes have hit more air than rim, I think, from three-point land tonight. Chargers, meanwhile, are 6 of 22. 12 turnovers by the Coyotes, 7 by the Chargers. Looking at leading scorers, David Finch leads everybody with 17 points. He's got 11 rebounds. Holmes Jr. has 16 points and 12 boards, and there's a travel on Cowell. Certainly the Chargers have spread it around a little bit more. Beams has 11, Cormac Brown with 10, Featherston with 10. Dole and Brown on the Coyote side each have 7 to complement the 16 by Holmes Jr. That one missed by the Coyotes, or pardon me, the Chargers. The Coyotes will clear. This should be a pretty fun finish. 9:21 to go. Berth in the gold medal game on the line and a berth in the national championship. There's a huge block. Sinasol, but right back the other way. Dole with the steal. Brown has it. Brown trying to get it inside to Holmes Jr. He has it now. Working on Sinasol. Kicks it back out. Brown for 3. Another air ball. If I'm Coach Genie, I'm looking at Brown saying, don't shoot a three-pointer. Give it to someone else.
Swing the ball. Do anything but shoot, really.
Get the ball down low to Holmes Jr. Beams, now Finch. Finch gets it back underneath. Kicks it to the corner. That's Belton. He can't get it to go. Brown will collect the rebound. Step back 3. Cormac Brown. Ice in his veins and knocks it down. Can the Coyotes answer? Joel will get it here to Cowell. Now Brown. Back to Cowell. Brown. Inside to Holmes Jr. And coming across is Beams on the help defense. Then he runs into Holmes Jr., has the ball, and is hit out of bounds, and it's a turnover.
You see Camosun complaining right now. They thought Beams got pushed out of bounds, but the refs are saying, no, this is Okanagan ball.
Well, Holmes Jr. didn't do anything wrong. Beams ran into him. And finally, Belton said, get out of the way. Let's just start to play. 14 on the shot clock. Now, I don't think that Holmes Jr. did anything wrong. He has it here. Other than being stronger than Beams. Knock him backwards. And he misses that shot. Finch with the rebound. Here's David Finch telling Belton to come here. He wants it back. Does Finch. Not going to get it back. Senegal here will get in there. Can't get that one to fall. Gets his own rebound. And Sinasol will go to the free throw line. That one on Porter. That's his third. First team foul by Okanagan. And Sinasol will go to the free throw line. Still looking for his first point. There it is. Sinasol, who averages 6.5 each game during the regular season. He's got 1 in the postseason, looking for 2. His free throw is good. So Sinasol hits both, and Featherston will come into the ball game, and Sinasol will have a seat.
These Camosun bigs, they're doing a great job rotating between who has to guard Holmes, whether it's Featherston, Sinersol, or Neufeld coming in. They all have a strong post presence right now.
That was one of your keys to the game at the beginning as well. He was guarding him by committee. Here comes Beams for a look, so help. Holmes Jr. gets the ball back, misses the shot, and Finch clears it. Beams back the other way. Beams gets into the key. Now Cormac Brown from downtown, but he missed. And Porter will let it go out, and it's off a Coyote. Well, they got the look they wanted, did the Chargers. Brown just failed to knock it down. I think the bleachers to our right would have came unglued had he hit that three-pointer. Chargers will take a timeout. We will as well. 56-43. You're watching the 26 PACWEST Basketball Championship. Coming out of the timeout, Chargers shooting 35.8%. The Coyotes shooting 35.1%. But still, what really glares out for me is the three-point shooting by the Coyotes, just 1 of 19. So after the timeout, they'll get the ball in, will they, to Cormac Brown. Brown will drive, kicks it out to Beams. Beams bobbled it for a second, kicks it back to Brown. Brown will drive baseline to Beams. They work it to Belton. Belton get to Featherston from the elbow. Had a good look, but couldn't knock it down. And Holmes Jr. with another rebound. He's got 12. Porter has his pocket picked. Cormac Brown will lay it in. $15 for Cormac. Cowell will get it here to Holmes Jr. He's a little too far from the basket is Holmes Jr. Porter will knock it down. Quite a difference when a Coyote hits a bucket. It's pretty quiet in here.
It does get quiet compared to the outrage that happens when a three gets drained on Camosun.
6:25 remaining. Beams slashes to the hoop and lays it in. Steingart now. He'll bring it to the right side. Steingart as they swing the ball around. Trying to get it into Holmes Jr. There he is on the baseline. 7 on the shot clock. Drasno with a wide open look. They're now 1 of 20 from the three-point line. That's the thing about three-point offenses, right? You live and die by the three-pointer. And if you're not hitting it, it can be an awful long day for you.
They were 1 from 11 from the three-point line at halftime and have just missed 9 straight going into the fourth now.
Wow. And there's still someone in the game. There's Steingart. Lead is 15, however. They need a bucket here. That one thrown away. Drasno's got to go back and collect it. 5 on the shot clock for Steingart. There's Porter. He'll launch a three. In and out. Now 1 of 21. 5:15 to go in this one. A berth in the gold medal game on the line. Beams finds a seam and will lay it in. And the harm. (62-45). Great job by the Chargers, their adjustments, and they have reclaimed a big lead here, 62-45. It's another timeout called by the Coyotes. We'll step aside as well. You're watching the 2026 PACWEST Basketball Championship. Coming out of this timeout, Chargers in front, shooting 37%. They're 28% from the three-point line, 7 of 25. The Coyotes, we've talked about them, 1 of 21. Offensively, though, the Chargers did a nice job to spread the ball around. Finch has 17 points. Beams will knock that one down. He now has 16. Cormac Brown has 15. Featherston has 10. So they've done a nice job to spread the ball around and play good, solid defense, like we somewhat expected. Their defense looks even better when the Coyotes are ice cold from the three-point line. As Stoll sends that one into the middle for no one, and Brown will collect it here, and the Chargers want to maybe slow things down now. Beams will stand there. 13 on the shot clock. Owen Jones back in the ball game. Jones will kick it to Brown in the corner. Brown, a long two. Oh, no, it's a three. That is a three. watching the referee. I couldn't tell if she had a 2 up or a 3 sign, but it is a 3-pointer for Brown. Here's Steingart. Steingart with Jones on him, throws it away. The turnover is maybe starting to mount now for Okanagan as Brown gets to the baseline and he'll turn it right back over. 15 turnovers now for the Coyotes.
And for the Coyotes, number 23, Burke.
DJ Burke back in for Okanagan. Porter comes in.
And that's Cormac Brown with back-to-back steals. Also had one more at the beginning of this run for Camosun. You got to ask, is the mental of Okanagan starting to take place right now?
Ollie Jacques comes in for the first time in the postseason. He has it now, gives it to Cowell. Cowell found room for a moment. Back to Porter. Porter for 3, no. And Finch with the rebound. I know if you're Okanagan, you're trailing, so you want to hit threes, but man, when you're ice cold from back there,
it's hard to start.
They get the ball around to the Chargers. Beams inside. Pretty looking play, and Sinosol will finish it off with the lay-in. When was the last time the Coyotes got a bucket? It's been a while. Here's Holmes Jr. Porter. Porter will launch another 3 and another miss. And Finch cross court to Beams. Beams will send it to Brown in the corner. Brown misses that one. Sinosol with a nice offensive rebound. Put back but no good. Holmes Jr. clears the board. Here's Burke. Burke somehow kept his pivot foot down. Almost pulled his groin in the process. And Cowell misses another 3. I know it's cold in the gym, but man, oh man, it is ice cold on the Coyotes offense. Finch gets it inside. Sinosol can't get that one to fall. And a late foul call. This will be on Burke. To the free throw line will be Sinosol. And Finch will depart, as will Cormac Brown. We may not see those two players again. As Bunn will come in. Nice ovation from the Charger faithful. Sinosol's free throw rattles home. Jones also in the game for Camosun. Second free throw is no good. And Burke with a rebound. Now Holmes Jr. They'll give it here to Porter. Porter long 2, banked it home. And finally the Coyotes get a bucket. 69-47, 2:15 to play. Belton loses the handle. Porter has it back the other way. Burke hands it here to Cowell. Cowell for 3, no. Wow.
1 for 24 on 3-pointers tonight.
Beams working on Steingart. Nice job by Beams. Kicks it back out to Bunn. Bunn wants to drive. Puts the brakes on. They get into the corner. In the corner for Belton. Pardon me, Jones. I thought the Coyotes were maybe going to call a timeout, but it's a substitution as Holmes Jr. will come out. And the Coyotes will get ready for a bronze medal match with the Blues. And the Chargers will meet the Mariners in the gold medal game. An all-island final here in the PACWEST for 2026. Porter. Porter will drive. Little scoop under, up and under, gets it to go. And a substitution will come in as Aiden Walsh will check in for Camosun. Beams will have a seat. Beams had a nice game here tonight. Beams 15 points, 7 rebounds, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Not sure Okanagan's going to call a timeout. Not sure why you call it timeout now. I guess you want to run a play. Still want to end on a positive. You're going to take the loss. But get what you can positively, if that's a word, and see what you can do going into tomorrow's bronze medal match. It'll be the Coyotes and the Capilano Blues at 3 o'clock tomorrow in the men's bronze, and the Chargers and the Mariners at 8 o'clock. Those two teams will also represent the PACWEST at the 2026 National Championship, which just happens to be at VIU. Well, VIU has an opportunity to be hosts and the conference champion, which would make the Chargers the wild card, I guess. I don't know how that works. If the host is also the conference champion, I guess the second team would be considered the host team.
I think so.
In the seeding process, anyway. Belton loses the handle, gets it back. It's a loose ball. Players fighting for it. Porter will just give it here to Steingart. Now Burke. Burke, nice spin move, but it won't fall. And a foul with 1:14 to go. That's on Belton. Now, the PACWEST will be very well represented at the national championships for basketball. Camosun and VIU on the men's side, VIU and Douglas on the women's side. Not to mention on the volleyball side of things, the national championship will be next weekend. On the women's side, it's VIU. And on the men's side, it's the Cotter Avalanche and the VIU Mariners. So all four teams here in this semester for VIU heading to the national championship. Pretty incredible, isn't it?
It is. It is. I was going to say Okanagan tonight is 0 for 4 from the free throw line when the Camosun fans have brought out the Peloton bike or the Dragon boat. So it's surprising that they didn't bring it out here, but maybe they're comfortable with the lead.
I think so. There's a bucket that finally falls for Okanagan. Not sure why the buzzer sounded. Jones will get the ball up to Neufeld, who will go up and under. Nice play by Neufeld. 74-51, under a minute to play. There's a three-point attempt by Steingart. I will continue to add to the misses. They get it to Neufeld. Now Jones at a foul away from the ball. As two players were fighting for it. Steingart gets hit with a foul. That'll be his third. 42 seconds remaining. With Chargers, who only allow 70 points a game during the regular season, holding the Coyotes to under 60 in this one. Three-point attempt by Jones, no good. That one tapped around, and it will be Bunn and a Coyote on the floor wrestling for it. And the possession arrow goes to Camosun. Is Cowell in with that ball battle? Now substitution late will come in as Porter will come out and Jacques will come back in. Also Jasdow, he will check in with Cowell checking out. So 32 seconds on the game clock, 14 on the shot clock. And the refs will blow it in. They get it here to Walsh. Walsh gives it back to Belton. Belton being harassed there, double team, somehow squirms out of it. That one off the leg of Neufeld, and the Coyotes control. Here's Steingart. Steingart will drive into the paint. Nice pass to Brown, and he'll lay it off the window. 13 seconds to go. They'll get it up to the offensive end. This is Bunn, who does a nice job just to send it out to Belton. That's good sportsmanship rather than forcing another shot. And the Chargers advance to the gold medal game with a 74-53 victory. So officially now it will be VIU Camosun in the men's gold medal game. and representing the conference at the national championship. And the Coyotes will face the Blues tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the bronze medal game. You look at some of these final stats. The Chargers shot 40%, 31% from downtown, 72% from the free throw line. The Coyotes shot 37% from the field, but 1 of 25 from the three-point arch and 2 of 11 from the free throw line. Cormac Brown leading all scorers with 18 points. David Finch just announced the player of the game. 17 points, 16 rebounds for Finch. Phil Holmes Jr. had a nice game on the other side of the floor. 16 points for the Coyotes, 14 rebounds. Brendan Porter, he found some baskets late. He finishes with 11 points. But for the Chargers, 4 players scoring at least 10 points in the double digits. So we'll have David Finch come over, join us in the broadcast booth here momentarily. Nix, thanks for joining us here on the broadcast. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. It's been awesome. It's been awesome.
Good luck with everything.
I appreciate that.
Aspiring sportscaster.
Who knows? Maybe I'll see you here next year.
Well, I don't think Camosun can host it again.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But maybe down the road.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure our paths will cross again.
Here comes not only Finch, but the entire Chargers team. This will be fun.
I should give you some room.
And here comes David Finch. Again, Finch, 17 points and 16 rebounds. And we'll bring David over. Come on over here, David. Put that on. Your entire team will join you here on the stage as well.
Yeah, let's go.
Congratulations
let's go,
with the victory.
Thank you.
How'd that one feel out there? Was the pressure on a little bit, especially early on? I even got a hug. Thank you.
Yeah, I think a little bit. I think we started out pretty hot. I mean, the energy was great. We had all these people out. Great energy in the stands tonight. I mean, I'm just looking out here at a bunch of different people who are here. Is awesome. Hopefully they come out tomorrow night. But yeah, it was a competitive battle. You know, a couple ups and downs in that game for sure, but came away with a big one. So heading to nationals now, and we're pumped.
We'll talk about that in a second. What was the messaging from the coach at halftime when you came out with some adjustments? Was there anything that you really needed to change?
I mean, I think we did a pretty good job in the first half. I mean, Phil Holmes kind of got it going on a little bit. He's a beast. He's hard to deal with. So try to adjust a little bit of that on digging and different ways we can help off of him. But, I mean, we had a pretty good first half. So we kind of just wanted to keep the energy rolling, feed off all these guys out here. So, yeah, we got the job done.
It's nice to have the nice crowd, isn't
it?
It
is. Home advantage is kind of nice. Yeah.
So tomorrow, gold medal game against VIU, the Island rivalry. It's an all-Island final. Your first thoughts about facing the Mariners?
I mean, this is what we wanted all year. We wanted to play the other best team in the league, and that's who we're going to get. And, I mean, we've had 3 really competitive games against them, and I really like our chances tomorrow.
Yeah. And you're going to nationals.
Yep.
How about that, fellas? You're going to nationals. Yeah. David, thanks for joining us here. Congratulations. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
David Finch, he's the player of the game for the Camosun Chargers, and they got all the other teammates up here as well. So Camosun VIU tomorrow in the gold medal game for PACWEST Glory, and then it's the national championship at VIU. Stay tuned tomorrow. All day we've got medals, bronze and golds. We'll do it all again tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Ryan Waters. Thanks for joining us here at Camosun.